Hello, this is FizzCat, and I am back with another video today um, about faction wars and using the new free gear removal that we get every single day. Um, because I'm sure, as you're aware, that's a great tool if you want to slap some gear on somebody and get through things. Um, but of course, the downside to this is that it's only an hour that you get every day. And except for once a month, we get a little bit of extra time, assuming they still do that. I don't know now that they have just introduced this free pass every day. I'm hoping they continue that as well. But there are ways to do it. And what I've actually been doing on this young account of mine is using it to basically get through pretty much all of Faction Wars just by re-gearing champs every day. And obviously, the tool that's super important for that is the whoops. Let me move some things on my screen here. Is going to be, you go into your filter here, and it's the preset manager. That's obviously incredibly important for being able to do this at all. And what I have done, and oh, by the way, you always don't use that 1 hour thing until you are absolutely sure you're ready to go, because an hour goes by much more quickly than you sometimes think it will. And you can't do it all the time. I've tried. I tried to do it on a slow day at work once, and it was a disaster, and I ended up having to spend 100,000 silver to regear my kale because, of course, I got interrupted, and that was maybe a mistake. I miscalculated my break there. But it always is going to take a little longer than you think. So don't hit that button and activate the 1 hour free regear until you're ready. So what you need to do first is you presumably have some good champions with good builds, and you set them up in the global presets here. So you can see I've got Kale, Executioner's not that great, but my main champs here, Fellhound isn't the greatest build, but I've got him in Lifesteal, which is particularly useful if you're doing factions where you don't have a good healer. Having some lifesteal in there on your damage champs can really, really help get them through. And so basically, I've got my very best builds in here. And of course, you can also, once you open this up, use that hour to be do any gear upgrades that you want to do. Again, have that ready in the presets, so it's all ready to go. And then once you've got those set up, what I do every day that I have time to do it, is I go in, find out what faction it is today. So we've got Dark Elves and Night Revenants. And then I'm going to go back to Champions and just use the filter. I'm going to open up all my vaults because I keep a lot of kind of partially built champions down here in the vaults. We will start with Dark Elves. So these are the champs I've got to work with. I've got some food in there, but I've got 5 champs that are all leveled a bit. And I'll tell you, you can actually take some of those uncommon food champs and just slap some lifesteal gear on them, and they'll do surprisingly well. But most of these guys in here, I geared her, but most of them don't have any gear. So what we're going to do is take a look at their kits and find out what they need. You need to know what gear you're doing before you hit that button and actually start doing it. So we'll hide that. Ordinator, he's an attack champ, a damage dealer. So he'll get some lifesteal, probably, considering of course I can't use Kale's because Kale is in here already. I'll probably take War Maiden's lifesteal for that. That should work well. Hexweaver is support. She heals. She has an increased crit rate, and if I ascended her, she'd have increased speed. She can be a little bit useful. Another Kale, of course. We know what to do with him. So I want to use as much lifesteal as possible. I've got now Fellhound is a he is a defense-based champion, but I've got him in a kind of a balanced build, and so I can throw Kale into that one. It's got some accuracy. It's, got the lifesteal on it. But basically what I've done is, and also the other thing with these is I have not leveled them terribly high. War Maiden, I'm sorry, not War Maiden, Spirit Host here. I like her, and I actually want to take her to 4 stars at least, as sometimes, as a backup in arena, and also to just keep her in faction wars. I'll probably continue to use her for a long time, but my plan is, with these guys that I'm taking up to level 30, um, they might become faction guardians, but more likely they're just going to end up being food. So I'm not booking them. I'm only leveling them to 30, but that level 30 means that they can actually do some good work when they're in my best gear. So now I know what I'm doing with these guys. They are most of these are in the vault, so we're going to move these to the collection so we can get to them. And yeah, we'll leave that one in the vault there. And so now I know what I'm aiming for. Now I'm going to start. I actually did. Oh, now I think it might be time to actually do it. To use my 1 hour token here. So, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet and collect it. Now I'm on the clock. If you're like me and you get easily distracted, I strongly suggest you set a timer. It can really help, because if you get caught up trying to pass some new level, beat the boss, whatever, that can be a problem. The other thing is you want to go into your quests and make sure, okay, I just need to do the keys. I don't have to worry about beating a boss today. So, we're going to go back into champions, pull up Fellhound here, and see, he only has 3-star boots. It's not a very good build here for him. So, remember, I get High Katoon today. It's not a very advanced account, so we're still working on the gearing, but we're going to go into the filter, into the preset manager, and champion presets, and see Fellhound 2 here is what I have lined up for him, and we're going to try that on. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So we're it hurts his accuracy a little, but I use him in Fire Knight, and I'm not very far along in Fire Knight, so that doesn't matter too much. And I'm hoping. Oh wait, no. There's also thought I did a preset on the accessories as well. Anyway, we're gonna equip this, and then let's go into the accessories. I guess I didn't save the preset on the accessories, but yeah, I wanted to equip that. And then this also gives, I wouldn't normally go with attack, but I need the extra accuracy, so we're going to equip that as well. There we go. Now he's a little faster and a little stronger overall, and I've got, once I roll up those crit rate gloves, that'll help a little too. So we have a better build for him. Okay, let's go back into the filter, and now we've got this Fellhound 2 here. Now, of course, if you're not sure... Okay, hold on. We'll save that. Okay, now we've got Fellhound 2 down here as a global preset. And we can delete... There we go. We've deleted Fellhound 1, and we've added Fellhound 2. So now we can put that on our champs. Let's go down here. Now, we looked at these earlier. We know he's attack. I mean, you may need to go into the skills and actually figure out exactly what you want on them. But with this one, I know already I've got Kale and Spirit Host ready to go. So we'll just put. Actually, I'm going to save the War Maiden, I think, for the other Kale. So we'll do. We're just going to equip him with this lifesteal, and then we'll equip Kale number 2. Preset manager, global presets. We'll give him the War Maiden gear, which is actually on my Zargala. I need to update that. And then Hex Weaver here is support. My tankiest and best support right now, my best build is actually on both. So we're gonna, it's the fastest, I think, and well, Gama's faster, but I think both actually has more HP. So we just want her to survive pretty much in this case. And I'm not worrying about accessories. But, I'm hoping, of course, down the line, I will get better Dark Elf champs. And then those level 30s can become food or whatever. And so I'm not going to spend a lot of resources on trying to develop them. And we're ready to go. And because of doing this, I've managed to get up to stage 13. In Faction Wars, where you want to get to is, of course, you want to beat the first boss. If you can get stage 8, and usually stage 9 are easier than stage 7. So if you're in very early game, try and push past that so you can get better materials. And the next big step is stage 13. I'm nowhere near ready to beat stage 14, but we can do this. And I'm actually going to manual this because this is a harder level. And I'm not going to make you wait through all these, but we're going to do one. Give everyone a little crit rate. I'm being a little random with this, but oh, you know what I did? I forgot I put the wrong champ in. Hold on. This is why you need to set a timer. Edit team. See, I was using her last week. We need to put in Spirit Hosts. And now Spirit Host has a nice speed in all battles lead, but in Faction Wars, Hex Weaver is actually faster. So we're going to leave Hex Weaver in the front there. And hopefully, I'm hoping that maybe now that I have Spirit Host in here, I won't need to manual it, but for this one, I'm going to try. And don't be, do things on manual when you need to. Some people, I've run into people who are like, oh, I cannot get through this level. And then I realized they've never actually tried to manual it. And it makes a big difference. Sometimes you need to just do this so that you can actually get the skills timed right and make the best of things and save your big AoE attacks for the next wave. Like if you're down to your last champion, you don't want to be blowing it on things you don't need. Now in this level, if I'm lucky, I'd really like to take out that guy there because he's gonna make my life more difficult soon. Come on. Okay, there should be a heal coming up with Hexweaver here. Here we go. Yeah, we need that. They're not really putting a lot of debuffs out. I want to save her cleanse because this last wave tends to put out bombs, and that's why I have not used the cleanse. It's on like a 5-turn cooldown, so I want to save it. Let's see. I'm not being very precise about this. I'm just kind of throwing things out there, but okay, I think the bombs are going to be... See if it's only one turn block debuff, so if I do it too soon, you know what? I'm gonna wait because bombs take a while to detonate. So we'll just let the champs get bombed. I probably should have taken out War Mother over there or whatever her name is. Oh well, that went poorly. But let's see what we can do here. Nope. Okay, this is why sometimes you have to do things on manual that did not go as well as I hoped. But you know what? I'm not going to bore you with making you watch as I am trying to get through all these. So I'm going to pause this and see what I can do on it and see how much time we have left when I'm done. Okay, I'm back and I got through stage 13. It turns out that Hexweaver wasn't working out for me, so I did go ahead and put in Sniper, the uncommon. And actually, the AoEs, once she had some, I mean, she wasn't hitting very hard. She's not hitting like Kale, but it was enough to tip the balance and it made it much, much easier to get through. And also saving working out the timing for when Spirit Host should put up her increase attack also helped because, you know, when they don't have books and the cooldowns are very long, you sometimes have to save skills. So anyway, that got me through, and now I'm going to go back and see how much time I have. So that's the other, because seriously, it goes so fast. Okay, I still have time left. I'm going to go in and change things up now. The other faction today was, whoops, that's the wrong thing to hit. Here we go. The other faction was Knight's Revenant. So we have, we're going to do, filter, include everything, faction, Knight's Revenant. Most of these are in the vault, so we're going to take them out and put up with a little lag here. Okay. Now, out of these, let's see, Executioner here already has some decent gear on. I'm probably not, I'm going to leave, well, I'll take Pestilus up to 40, just, you know, I can throw him in the sparring pit and level him up eventually, just for faction wars, but he's not great. Magus, I have the blessing. I've got a 2-star blessing on her, so I might take her up to 40, both for faction wars and possibly down the road for Cursed City. Sometimes you need to have champs with blessings on them, and maybe she can chip in. Renegade is very powerful in certain combinations much later in the game because she can reset cooldowns. So even though I might not use her in faction wars as much over the long haul, I'm definitely not going to feed her because she could have use for me later. And Guardian's fine. He's actually not too bad, but I'm hoping I can get past using rares for the most part in my faction Guardians down the road. So he might be food down, you know, later. But for now he's HP based, but he can also hit fairly hard. And she's support. In this particular case, I'm probably going to just. She can do a little bit of damage, actually. Not everybody in here actually has AoE hits, so I might put her in lifesteal. Pestilus is support, but he can also hit. He brings a leech, which is very nice, and some HP burn. And he does not yet have the this, and I probably am not going to ascend him, so that's not really a concern. I'm not booking any of these, except maybe Renegade down the road. I don't know. And then she's attack based. So Magus is actually pretty good and has the blessing. So and has an AoE hit. So Magus is going to get. Let's go into gearing here. Filter, preset manager. She's going to get Kale's gear. And Pestilus is useful, but he's single target. Um, Maybe we'll give him War Maiden's gear. You don't have to be too choosy. We're not getting that far with this. We're not going up to the stage 13 or anything. Renegade. We could put her in Fellhound's gear, I think. And then Guardian, he's HP based. I don't have any more lifesteal sets, but both is my best HP damage dealer. So we'll give him both gear and see how that goes. Action was. Oh, okay. See, by doing this, I was able to push up to stage 8. Hopefully, we can do that again today. I haven't really. The only improvement I've really made since the last time I did this was upgrading Fellhound's gear. So I'm not sure if this is actually going to be any better, but we will give this a go and see what happens. And I'll just do one run and then put you on pause again. Let's see. So he's got this HP burn. I haven't used him much. I just got him recently. He heals also, it looks like, if he places the HP burn or he fills the turn meters. I think I want to save the heal because I don't have really any other healing in the team. So we'll just go with his A1. Oh, and it's a double. That's nice. There we go. I'm just going to try and use some damage to get through this. Now this one, it's an AoE attack, but it also heals. But she's also in lifesteal, so she's going to heal either way. The other one is poison, but that's not terribly effective. So let's try and do this. There we go. Now this is the decreased cooldown. We haven't actually used everyone's good skills yet, so there's no real point in cooling it down yet. So we're just gonna do some damage, hopefully. Let's see. Why isn't it showing it? There we go. And yeah, we'll use his AoE to wipe them out. I'd like to actually place a leech, but we'll do what we can. Hopefully drop some poison. Oh, that didn't. Okay, now I'd really like to get that AoE back. So now we just used her skill. She kind of damages herself when she does it, so that's a little inconvenient, but hopefully she'll get that back with the life. Oh, I forgot this level has counterattack. That's no fun, but maybe we'll try that. Oh, I forgot that he steals buffs. That's nice. Throw out some poisons. This may hurt. It's an AoE. Okay, it didn't do too much damage to him. That's fine. Get through this. There we go. At this point, I want to start saving up skills for round 2. So I'm going to A1 my way through the rest of this. There we go. So we should have... Okay, so that boosted their turn meters. Good, yeah. So that AoE was reset by Renegade. So that's a nice thing. I think we're in pretty good shape here. This is going smoothly enough that I think I will go ahead and try this on auto once once I pause this. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at actually doing this while talking, so I apologize for the lags here. But I guess this is also turning into a little tutorial on basic, manualing as well. Because when I was first getting started, it didn't really occur to me that I needed to be, saving those AOEs and things. So that's something to think about if you're very early. Now I'm going to put you on pause again while I get through the rest of this. All right, I am back. I have finished up, and I still have about 20 minutes left on my free regearing. And I don't actually have anything else I really want to regear today, so that's fine, except that I need to put everybody back together. Now, if you're not doing this every day, if this is something where you don't have time and there are only certain days you're going to try and use the free regear to do this, then what you would want to do is actually you would want to have gear for these champions that are actually in the, that you have a champion preset set up for them. So in the preset manager, you should have something here, and then you just put them into their champion preset gear, and then reassign. Then you can go back and put the gear back on your champions. This part, once you've done it a few times, regearing everyone using the presets actually goes really quickly. I usually try and just allow myself like 2 minutes to go and throw everyone back into their gear. 5 is safer, of course, but whatever. So in this case, I don't have gear on any of these. So I'm just going to go and jump in here and put it back on. If you have, that way, in terms of having gear on the champs that maybe isn't as good, you can always, whoops, where's Lemony C? There we go. Then you can always, if you're short on time, you just run Faction Wars at a lower level that day and only switch out the gear on days when you actually have the hour to spend, relatively undistracted. So, oops, what did I just do? I gave him the wrong thing. That's what I get for trying to talk at the same time. Yep, I put him in Kale's gear. That would not go well. So we're going to try on Bof's gear for both. There we go. Some of this because, of course, the order of the champs changes as you ascend them and give them blessings and things like that. I sometimes get confused about who's where, because they weren't in the same place 2 days ago. Gom is good. Aox. Okay, Fellhound needs gear. And we're just gonna find the new Fellhound build. Fellhound, he's actually very, very fast as a campaign farmer in the right build, but in early game, there's no way I'm going to get the stats. So right now, the big thing I'm using him for is actually, wait, let me look. Oops, Zargala needs regearing. Is Fire Knight, because that reflect damage means that as long as he's got that up, every champion, yes, Zargala gets War Maiden's gear because she's basically a straight upgrade for War Maiden. Let me double check, make sure everybody has clothes on here. That's fine. Okay, I think we're good. So, where was I? I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I wanted to check. There we go. It's right here. 16 minutes still. He's with the reflect damage. That's really, really good in Fire Knight. So that's where I use him almost exclusively for now. But I'm hanging on to him because I might use him for campaign farming in the future. Another trick, by the way, just to totally switch subjects here, but if you're struggling with Fire Knight, but you have a champ a champ that puts up an AoE increased defense, there is a blessing. I don't have, let's see. Let me find blessings here. Which is it here? Faultless defense. If the enemy attacks an ally under increased defense placed by this champion, it reflects a portion of the damage. Now, at 1-star, it's only 3%, but that doesn't matter because it counts as a shield hit. So basically, if you have a champion with increased defense up on the entire team, and the Fire Knight strikes your team, that's going to be an instant 5 hits. So that can be a really, really useful tool for getting through if you're stuck and you don't have good Fire Knight champions. But anyway, that's a little side note there. Other than that, yeah, that is how I get through faction wars most days. And as I build more champions and actually get gear on more champions, I'm hoping that I won't actually have to do this to every team every single day, because it's kind of a lot. And of course I don't have to. And there are days when I'm like, well, I've got 2 champs with gear, I'll just run level 6 or whatever, and that's fine. But the thing is that perception gear is so transformative on an account. If you can get this, 6-star gear in early game and hit some level 13 sooner than you would otherwise, then it can really make it worth it. So it's definitely a useful tool. And even if you don't have time to do this almost ever, you can definitely do it when you're pushing through on a particularly difficult boss. And as you saw there, it's even possible you can use food champs, just uncommon champs. If they're, look at their skills, if they have an AoE or something like that, they can still be useful. And just throw those in with really good gear, and that can help you push to levels that you might not be able to get to otherwise. So I think that's it on that. And I hope that was helpful. And I think all we have to do, now what I do actually, you can see I have almost no champs with gear on them. We have so much reserve vault space that I pretty much just throw everyone in there. Not her, because she has gear for now. And I'm the next thing, if you want to stick around for the next video, which, oh, never mind, that might be the video you see first. I'm going to be doing some regearing things with Spirit Host and also with Haikatoon, who I am getting today. So I hope you'll join me for that. And anyway, have fun, and I will see you later.